decided against because she'd be too thick.
Greetings!
Hello!
Hello!
And salutations! I came in right on you saying she's too thick.
Too thick!
That's crazy. Okay, anyway.
Wrong art. Oh, there we go. There we go. Still got
Wrong art. He's thick.
The thickums.
Good.
He's too thick. Amazing.
Alright, so, who would like to give me the recap?
Aye, that'd be me this time.
Alrighty, go ahead, Galdren.
Last time on Dark Sermon, we awoke from our rest inside the Drunken Witness Tavern, readying ourselves for a confrontation against the FCTC, in hopes of freeing Hill Lanternbridge and saving the slaves in their grasp. But as we approached the location where they're being kept, we were blindsided by the arrival of the Crown Thieves, who did, might I say, very short work on the FCTC, stationed there. A brief parley was had, and a sacrifice of a potion of remove curse from Galdren to help break whatever ailment bound young Hill, after which, knowing the safety of Hill and the slaves secured, we made our way to a safe location accompanying the Crown Thieves, where Captain Farryn informed the severity of their mission to both Flo and Galdren, who both agreed to help in any way they can to this dire task. We then said our farewells to the Crown Thieves, and now with Hill with us, we board a vessel headed for Dead Man's Flow.
Well done. Okay, here we go. So, we're going to pick up where we left off. You guys are currently on Soto Ramon's vessel, headed towards the ice flows and then to Dead Man's Flow, specifically. The journey will take approximately a week, maybe a little bit more, due to fair winds. So you have some time to discuss amongst yourselves what it is you will plan to do next. I also have some music to play. And I also have to test everyone's computers, because you're going north and it's winter time. So you know what that means.
Hooray!
It's
Pretty snow!
It's
Crap
time.
is falling from the sky.
It's time for me to do production value.
So good, it's actually little snowflakes.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So pretty.
Isn't that nice? That's good, right?
Hit you in the
that's
forehead
awesome.
like a ninja star.
Yes.
Here we...
I just heard the blower in my PC pick up.
Alright. Go ahead, guys.
As we're traveling along, I get the reply from Marlo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna
For chat
call
sake-
everybody out.
Oh, you're gonna tell everybody what it says, okay.
Yeah. Gather round. I've received a response.
A response from who?
The Watcher M that had messaged me earlier, and I told him to wait until after our original mission was done, and I would get back to him. Well, while I was hesitant at the time, now is special circumstances, and I messaged him, asking him while we were at the that abandoned farm with the Crown Thieves. I sent a message to him mentioning how we had missed Captain Carter because he was familiar with him, and he had offered help before, and so I asked what I could expect, I suppose. What he responded was that Carter was headed to the ice flows. There's a Fey Gate to the Demon Wastes. We meet and kill demons. You can only help at Moazkadan, and are you nearby? Does
Well,
any of that mean anything to anyone?
Well, the ice flows is north of us, but that is a huge area. That doesn't really tell us exactly where he is in the ice flows.
Aye, that could take months exploring just to try and find him.
Watcher M has never been known to be precise in his wording.
Would we be aware of Moaskadon by now, Arcadum, or is that still very much unknown?
I mean, you guys aren't really politically involved with anything other than the church.
True.
So unless you have like history, you probably wouldn't even know Moaskadon exists.
I have history.
Maybe the dwarf might know.
It sounds
what
vaguely
Moaskadon is,
dwarvish.
But no, you do not know that it has been recently taken over by these people. You don't know anything more than you've been told in character.
Mm-hmm.
Me and the dwarf make history checks?
Sure.
Alright. Just to see if I read about it in any books.
Solid start.
Moaskadon is dwarvish for White Falls. It was one of the old dwarvish cities that disappeared during the time of strife for the dwarvish people, where the demons claimed through the tunnels and the underground places, and one by one destroyed, or the dwarvish cities were lost to them. That's all you know, though.
I can't say I can help any with the latter half either. I've heard of Moaskadon before. It was a dwarven city, but it's been lost to time. I don't think anyone would really know where it was. And this gate, I'm not aware of any gates in the ice flows either.
Well, we have a week. He says Carter's heading to the ice flows. We were supposed to join up with him. If we have the time, I suppose I can rest and try for more details, as complicated as Watcher M seems to be with his wording.
Well, if Carter is no longer in the Pale City, it might be safe to just have it give him a message instead, since this Watcher M is so vague.
That's a thought. I actually like that.
It is an interesting tidbit of information, considering what we knew of Carter's whereabouts last.
You must have used a Pegasus.
I suppose we should probably let Sota know that we intend to go further than just Dead Man's Flow? Or do we still want to stop there?
I mean, we don't know where in the ice flows that he is. He could be back a little bit to where we came from and just further north, or he could be all the way across past Mornhow. Like, who knows? The ice flows is huge.
Wait. Mornhow's not in the ice flows, is it?
No.
It's south of it. The ice flows is like...
What?
Am I being dumb?
Look at your map.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me help you.
No, okay. Switching to the map.
Hello, good sir.
Sorry, I was thinking of the Endless White. Apologies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
That's
ice
why I was
flows
confused.
Sorry, I was thinking like the ice flows was like all this up.
You
here.
see this?
Okay.
You see this river we're on?
Yeah. I know we're like here-ish.
Yeah, it's just north. We just keep riding a little bit longer, and then we hop off. It's not a vast region.
Well, it is, but...
Okay, so
is...
here, river, there, here. That's your route so far.
Yep. Technically, we're in the ice flows at the moment.
Yeah. So once again, the ice flows is the section between the Pale Cities region and the Endless White, where it's mostly rivers and glaciers, and not full-blown glaciers. The glaciers are up here, but it's all rivers and deltas that turns into tundra and turns into full ice and glaciers here. So it starts to get cold here. But yeah, that's why it's called the ice flows, because it's ice flowing.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Soda did say that she was going to be going to the ice flows as if it was some kind of destination, but I suppose she's here already. I hate to do it. I'll look in my side pouch and see that I have 3 more potions of purging. If I messaged Carter to get more exact military style details, I feel like it would probably serve us more. That's a good idea, Gideon. I will be
have
eating into our stocks.
There.
Well,
I have some as well.
We all should at this point. Why else did we go shopping?
yes, but we won't if I keep eating through them this way.
Well, hopefully in this Moaskadon, they have a place where we could make more purchases.
If it's a place, I mean, it might be a place if it's the one from your history books. But okay, here's what I'm gonna do. If someone would kindly, well, I guess we want to have the information before we talk to Soda. Okay, steer clear. I'm going to message Carter. And I will cast Ascending to Carter.
Okay.
See here. You guys go ahead while I type it up.
I'm actually going to be right back.
Oh,
Just as
okay.
a side note, does anyone remember how much this trip was costing us each night for being on
Yeah,
the ship?
20 a person.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think it was per night. I think it was just per head.
Per
Yeah, it's
head?
20 a head.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 gold a night would be ridiculous.
Oh,
Remember,
So 1, 2,
you,
3,
I mean,
4, 5, 6,
20
7.
gold's a lot of money
yeah.
to a normal, like, standard person.
But yeah, we paid for the Ussen Hill,
Mm-hmm.
so 7.
Yeah, it's worth about 2 carrots.
Yeah, I mean, because carrots are very expensive. They cost like a whole anointed silver.
2 whole anointed silver.
Oh my God.
1 per carrot.
So, whose gold was that? Whose pocket was that gold coming out of?
I thought we already paid for that. Did we not?
If not,
don't-
I can deduct it now.
I don't think that we did because my gold has stayed the same. I paid for the inn, but not for the ship. So
It already was from Mythos, but if it hasn't, then cool.
I will take off 140. Boom.
Okay.
It's also possible we didn't get to that point because we were trying to get to the end and get people's levels up. So
There
we
is that
may
as
have
well.
skipped.
We have the gold.
we
Yes,
weren't even sure we were going to make the boat. So
Yes.
you know.
True.
We had the money.
True.
I have paid for it.
All right, good.
3, 4.
I have now relinquished being pseudo treasury because Mythos always had the money, but no one ever asked Mythos for the money.
How much gold do you currently have?
Well, after spending the 140 for 7 people at $20 a head, I have 66 gold.
Okay. Well, then I am the new bank.
Yeah.
How much do you have?
I have none of your business, elf lady.
Ooh, that's good.
No.
Damn.
I have 590.
Oh, okay. Yeah, congratulations. You have more than me. I have 343.
Okay, I finish counting to make sure my words are correct, and then I focus on John Carter, and I will, cast my sending. Clarifying information from Marlowe. Where in ice flows to meet? What is Faygate? We go to Matheria. Confirm efficacy.
And that's to Carter.
To Carter, yes.
Okay.
And then I will take a purging potion. Cool.
This is going to be a hard one to answer.
Okay.
Because technically, the RP that I would need to happen to answer you hasn't happened yet.
Right. I still think
Oh no,
Going-
timelines.
Whether it takes him a while to respond or not, I still think that going at least to Dead Man's Flow for now would probably be... It's a direction.
I need to
We
think.
would have to do that anyways. Isn't that where we were planning on finding some safety for your brother? Or are we planning on taking him through us to this gate to the demons and the ice flows?
Do you remember what the Crown Thieves said about the Trader Priest, Calliston?
You would find him?
He's powerful enough to find people and things that he's after. If we've taken Hill out from under his nose and he hasn't gotten paid, he'll be back. I don't want to just drop him off somewhere.
You said he was a part of the Eye. Can he fight?
Yes, a little. He's young and he's inexperienced.
Well, sir, where is Hill? We could just ask him directly.
Probably sleeping.
Good point.
He needs rest from whatever ailment he was afflicted with. That was some nasty stuff.
Yes.
Well, I am fine bringing him with us, but it's going to eat a lot into our rations, and it's going to be another person we have to protect.
I'm open to...
I mean, depending on what the plan is with Captain Carter, we may be able to leave him in his care.
I think Carter's coming with us, but maybe this Marlowe has a place for Hill to stay?
Please, why would you think that I would leave him with a complete stranger?
The Dwarven City is more safer than the Wastes. Be fair.
If it's a
city, but...
right, if it's a city that's been lost, for all we know, the place is a hole, and they're hiding in it or something.
For all we know, they simply liked the name and the story that it provided, and they decided to claim it as their own.
That's also possible.
That is a possibility.
Well,
I
if we
personally
do-
would not trust Watcher M to watch after Hill, because he has been somewhat of a troublemaker in the past. But as you were saying, Mr. Galdren...
Well, if we are planning to go there, I could at least do you the courtesy of looking around, make sure things are correct. In the eyes of a dwarf, that is.
We would appreciate that, yes.
But you've had run-ins with this M before?
Unfortunately. Only through messages, of course, not in person.
Right.
Indeed, there was a time during a very stealthy mission where he would message me in various ways, almost constantly.
Wait, he did what?
Right.
That sounds very
How
awful.
often?
Once before the mission began, and then twice again during the mission, despite my exasperated hopes that he would let me be until after I was done. He seemed to think it was important. He reached out to us specifically.
What all did he say?
The same things that we later got confirmed for us by you-know-who and the other you-know-who and other things that we've learned about Mytheria and where she is and what have you. He told us about it before we found out for ourselves. That's why I now trust his account.
Of course, his first message was also the one that caused the problem in the Abbey, that destroyed the altar. It is
did
not
he do
entirely
that?
to be trusted.
It did? That's what happened?
Yes.
I handed you the note. What, did it just erupt into flames or something?
It was an unholy missive. When it was
what
touched,
note? What?
There was a note that appeared in my belongings, and I read it. It was from Watcher M. It had a heavy magic signature to it. I handed it to the captain on her orders.
And I destroyed it, as was appropriate for such heretical missives.
Is this the note that made that magical rift above my bed?
Yes, probably.
In fact, I believe it was through that rift that the note came to us.
So is he the one that has been cursing my blankets to kill me?
Entirely a possibility, and you
Maybe.
should ask him.
What?
Well, has that happened in recent times?
Yes, on a few occasions, my blankets have entangled themselves around me, almost suffocating me.
You're joking, right?
I think that one is just
I am
you.
being entirely serious.
I have lived a long time. I have never heard of anybody cursing blankets.
You obviously have not met enough people, Mr. Flo.
Now, I'm more highly suspicious of this Watcher M.
He's suspicious, I'll give you that. He is.
And yet
But
you
he's
want
also
to trust
right.
your brother to him. Quite an interesting choice, Genevieve.
I trust his information. I don't know him as a person.
Okay, so just to make sure I'm getting this right, he sent a note that exploded at the altar?
Yes. As it was
And
full of
let out
heretical
whatever
magic.
that thing is that took control of us.
Mm.
Did it explode because you read it? Like,
No, I
or was
read
it
it.
just
and
like
it
in your
didn't
pocket
explode.
and then just erupted?
And we read it together and it didn't explode.
It exploded because I attempted to destroy it.
Well, didn't something similar happen to Miss Thorne when you tried to show her a letter before she had a big episode?
Yes, it did.
Was that from him as well?
No, that was from my brother.
Ah.
And that was because Miss Thorne was obviously entangled with the Lockenhigh.
Okay, so you burned a note from this Watcher M, and the parchment was just so chock full of magics that it caused a massive rift, magical event, and
I mean, you know how magic reacts to things.
Yes.
yes, but not like that. That was something more than just your typical reaction to magic.
Perhaps you can ask him what's wrong with his note or how he sent it. I'm personally very curious about that, but that's not the information that I care most about. Watcher M has multiple times expressed a knowledge on Mytheria and her status and where she is and how to get to her.
A supposed knowledge. Much of his wording is flowery and irrelevant.
That's the message to John Carter. I hope that we'll get this squared away in no time.
Do I have to worry about exploding myself now with this lot?
It is never not a possibility.
Well,
Don't read
It's
any
only
strange letters,
really-
I guess.
it's only happened to me twice.
And what by the stone is a lock in what?
Foreign god, very involved, pokes its nose and tentacles and eye into everyone's business, and is apparently heavily entrenched in whatever's going on with us and the church.
Okay, so briefly to catch you up. On Calcatesh, which is the continent that I'm from, there are a vast number of gods, each of their own grouping. There's the black pantheon, the white pantheon, the green pantheon, the blue pantheon, and all have multiple gods within them. Alakan High falls within the black pantheon, and he is a god of knowledge and truths, but
And
also one of madness, and because he does not hold his knowledge back, And so, thus, you would be driven insane by the things he tells you.
Right. Aye. So, one of you dealt with this? Or
Unfortunately, all of us have dealt with it. And at least
really?
one other. It is not something we are proud of,
And not willingly.
Indeed.
Again, Black Pantheon doesn't really care about you. Just about the truth.
Aye, it sounds like it. I mean, I do know my fair share of... Well, only one, really. That'd be an
One.
Astaroth.
Oh goodness, not you too.
No, Astaroth.
What's an Astaroth?
No, Genevieve, we do not ask...
If there are cards being put on the table and information is a weapon, and the more of it we have, the better it seems.
And the better we know this, the better we can be prepared if it becomes a problem later.
Oh, let me do a...
And the more you let it into your minds, the more insidious it becomes to wipe out.
I'm only aware of the name. I know he's a god in CapedFish, that's all I know.
Astaroth is the patron god of dwarves.
What, the dwarves have a god? Just for dwarves?
Aye, we do.
There's also a god for halflings.
Yes, her name is Mytheria.
No.
Mytheria is a goddess for everyone.
She shares. Tell us more about this Astaroth. Whatever you know. Is he involved in some kind of way in what we're doing?
Honestly, no. As far as I'm aware, Astaroth does not. You more or less have to prove yourself to him. More than anything. As he just holds his head for a second. Trying to get the approval of him is not fun.
So it's something you're trying.
I was trying.
Did you succeed?
No.
Why search for the approval of a heretical foreign-type god when you could have Mytheria's approval? Here and now.
Because, Captain, this is before I thought about even thinking of helping or learning of Mytheria.
Ah, well, then the mistakes of the past shall be forgiven, of course. No judgment here.
She says, judgingly.
I do have to say, Captain, heretical or not, these he'll hold up quotations, foreign gods, as you call them. Foreign they may be, but that does not diminish their power by any means. They are extremely powerful, if not even more powerful than Mytheria.
The story of Astaroth's hammer cracking the ground in one swing, making new mountains for dwarves to live. That is something we all, in my kins, dream of seeing one day.
And if what the few that we have interacted with has said is true, even in a weakened state here, they were very easily able to take hold over us when they deemed it worthy. So they are very much powerful and potentially dangerous.
There's no potential about that mythos. But nonetheless, it does not make them right.
Well, yes.
Well, never mind.
All right. I have your response.
Oh, okay.
So, real quick, this is for everybody that's listening. Due to IRL problems, the actual RP that I would need to have done before this conversation happens isn't going to be able to happen in time unless I delay you guys, and I don't want to do that because I'm already delaying another group because of it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to have to do is something that I don't want to do, but I'm going to try my best to do, is I have to roleplay an important scene with this group and another group, and I have to be all of the characters that aren't this group. Because I have to do the results of the RP scene for the world leaders and Songs and Souls that hasn't happened yet. I also have to roleplay the characters and the revelations that they would have for that group during that time. So I'm going to try and finagle this the best way that I can, but I don't see any way around it because there's no way that Carter doesn't tell you to come to Moazkadan.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no way, because you guys, your characters don't know it yet, but the High Inquisitor is there.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no way in verisimilitude that I could see you guys not going there that wouldn't damage the integrity of the story. So we're going to have to do something hard.
Alrighty.
Use our imagination.
Well, it's more so I have to do an act as characters whose players aren't there, and if I do so improperly, then that would have ruined their chance, and I don't want to do that to them. But I don't see a way around it. So show must go on and all. I'm fairly confident.
I blame Craig.
I'm sure you've got this. I feel goofy for the whole living world thing is a trip.
Hey, I brought it up to message Carter, so blame
That's
it on
true. This is all Kate's fault. Unless it goes well,
why don't
and
you
then
just wait to say that till after we got to dead.
Yeah, if it goes well, I'll gladly take credit. Yeah.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Carter's response is, "Sing the song of Sherazad. There is much to see and learn. Mytheria awaits."
Okay, I respond, what is the song of Sherazad?
The information is transferred to you.
Is transferred, okay.
That's what the remaining words are for.
Okay. Gideon?
Well, sing it.
Gideon, you were wrong. Carter is apparently mind-boggled and is even more confusing than Watcher M. But there is a song that he says to sing.
And that will help us how?
That's a good question, but it's Carter, and we're dealing with the unknown as it is. Oh, so...
which of you happens to have a good singing voice?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, dwarves are usually good singers.
Don't you dare look at me.
I have a +1 to performance. Anyone got that? Anything better than that?
I mean, I got a +2 to my performance. So.
Oh!
I can roll an advantage because Jack of all trades, but I only sing in Elvish. So.
Well, the song isn't in Elvish, so I guess, Gideon, you will be our singer?
Hey, I got a -1. You don't want me doing this.
Unless, Mr. Flo, you would like to give it a shot.
I have done many things. Singing is not one of them.
Fine. Circle around, at least. I don't know what this'll do.
Day 3, and we're going with magic. Oh, great.
Yes.
Genevieve,
Yes, ma'am.
are you forgetting someone?
Your brother.
Yes, should probably bring him too. I go to wherever he is and grab him.
I go and
The song suddenly does not work. Oh no!
I mean, that is a possibility.
I'm
Oh, he's
big!
so big!
There he is.
Wow.
You and your big fat
Large.
head, get over here.
I'm big. I'm very low.
Oh.
Hill is huge.
Captain?
Alright, lad, you'll grow.
Captain, I wanted to thank you for
That's not
such a
necessarily
lovely
true.
passage so far.
Hi, you're welcome. You still have a lot more to go.
It is surprising how much further. Yes, indeed. But nonetheless. Safe travels, of course.
She'll nod and look around strangely. Where's she going?
Alright, I will have written it out on a small piece of parchment and handed it to Gideon.
If I die, I'm haunting all your graves.
If we all die, none of this matters.
Oh shit.
Such a way with words, Genevieve. Confidence, please.
I wouldn't be suggesting we do it if I didn't have that.
Yes, actually, I believe you fully would.
Right, so I sing the song because I don't have the lyrics.
It's in notes. I put it there for you.
Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Please do it
I
in
know.
that.
Far over the misty
Fucking backhands.
That's not it. Read the lyrics. They're there.
Where? I don't see
We
them.
sang
no.
it in notes.
Use your
Okay.
eyes to read.
Okay. I just see we sang the song of Cheryl's. I thought that was a note to Arcadum, so okay. Oh god, I don't even know.
Yeah, you wanted to do this. You have that performance.
I did
right?
not want to do this. You told me.
You have the singing skill, the pipes. as it
I
is.
do not.
Yeah,
You're the one
My
that chose to have
character
a plus
does. I
2.
don't.
Murder him. It would be so easy.
Right, well, I'll hum along with you.
God. The smell had awoken.
Whatever the song on this ship is. Yeah, just sing it to the tune of the song of the ship.
Galdren taps his axe as a little beat.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna sing it, but I will say it. Just 'cause I don't know the.
Boo!
That's fine. Marlo wouldn't sing it either.
I am a coward. Yes, because I
Boo!
It's in
we
true
sang the
Marlo
songs
fashion.
of Scheherazade when the smell had awoken us first, traveling for those traveling next, or traveling for those traveling next. Excuse me.
Oh, and you fucked it up. Now you guys.
He
go
said it wrong.
Now,
Oh, no.
now I tell you.
Now we go the other
ocean.
direction.
Now you go into
Alright,
the
hold on.
ocean.
Straight to Diagon Alley.
Oh no,
Diagonally.
that's a horrible roll. No.
Did he say diagonally?
Oh my god. You call
He's
this
saying
a
it
song?
wrong. Now we go into the ocean.
Bloosh.
Bloop. Get it?
Bloop.
Oh
I've
no,
heard
we are
this
the
one.
bloop story.
I've heard this one.
Who heard this?
As we're
one
plummeting
before?
to our death in the icy cold water. Oh, I've heard this story.
I rolled a
Can you
20 on
imagine
the
the
performance.
Can you imagine the captain turn around and we're all just zoop? Hey yo, we didn't pay her. No. Oh, okay. We did pay her.
We did pay her.
We
I
did.
paid her when we got to the ship.
Can you imagine? We just don't. Just sit off.
Now, as we're being warped through whatever warping is happening, I'm gonna casually drop a. If we go back, do we land on the ship or do we land where we were in the water at the time?
Well, according to DM rules set by Arcadum, you go back to the point.
Wow,
of
that's
where you
some-
teleported from, not the actual space.
That's some incredibly meta knowledge you have there, Gideon.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Hold my hand so you
We
don't
will
wind
we
up.
will be teleported
Footage.
back to the ship.
I will
Yeah,
drown
yeah.
all of you.
I haven't had
Well, if we don't
Gideon
land on the
can
ship,
fly.
we will.
He's the only one that won't drown.
No, I
Hold my
can't. I
hand,
can't fly right
Gideon.
now.
Hold my
Yeah,
hand,
good.
just in case we do land in the water.
Speaking.
Flo Ridaman can walk on water.
Of course you can.
I'm immune to the cold.
It never bothered
I'm
him
immune to
anyway.
corruption.
Hey, me too.
I'm immune to these hands.
These iron hands.
Mm.
Whip. God, this is gonna be hard.
I have faith in you, Arcadum.
To the moon. Fly out to the moon for me.
Are you catching these hands?
Okay.
Now we're over here.
That feel when some parties after the break are just kind of remembering their names. Some parties are in the thick of battle, and some are
Pushing buttons.
pushing buttons. Yes.
I wish we were
Some
button pushing
Are
campaign.
teleporting to
We
the
are.
place where everyone else is.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
are now.
What button
Just
have we
pushing a button.
pushed?
We just
This
pushed
one,
one.
right now. This is a button.
This was not a button.
We just pushed a button.
There's
We
no
also pushed the
repercussions
fight
for
the
this.
inset button.
Day 3 buttons have been pushed.
That was not a button to push. Killing
Push
the
the
insect would
bar
have been a
fight
button.
Day
Oh,
three.
Flo Ridaman has pushed no buttons.
Mission failed.
Yeah.
We'll get him next time.
You pushed the button of throwing
We
the
pushed-
High Inquisitor under the bus. That's what
Yeah, I
you
was gonna say we pushed the button of completely derailing the trial.
Tell you,
What's this
y'all-
we thing? There's only 2 people part of that one.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just came down there to do communion, and y'all beat my ass and left me there. I didn't do shit.
We told you.
Hey,
didn't
y'all
have
is
to
a
come.
strong word. Mythos didn't hit you. Yet.
Who are we speaking French? Who is this we shit?
It's kind of like. Never mind.
No.
These hands are rated E for elves.
You don't know I'm an elf. You don't know. The only one who knows I'm an elf is Farryn.
There's one other way. If he punches you and you feel elfy,
I mean,
I am
Galdren knows you're an elf.
I do not know. Who knows I'm an elf?
That
Galdren.
sounds so racist.
Galdren does not know.
his
I'm an elf.
natural steaming hatred is flares up, and he's like,
Yeah.
there's something about this guy.
Constantly has a single clenched fist. Yes.
He has a feeling, but doesn't know.
You
I'm the
wonder why I
large.
hold my axe at night.
Yeah, dude.
Every
I'm
time I get
6'5".
closer to him, my fist clenches, or my hand clenches into a fist.
He has a
I
feeling.
don't know why.
He has a feeling that he looks up at me being 6'5". Yeah, there's no way he's an elf.
impossible. Elves
Alright,
are
I
tiny little guys.
have to ask, Waymaker.
Yeah.
The whole infatuation with Jenny, that's not actually real, right? Marlo
It has not been canonically real, no.
Okay.
Except for Marlowe mentioning offhand to Telri to, I imagine, to ruffle his feathers, as is what Marlowe does. That his sister is hot, but he also thinks his dad is hot, and also everyone except the Twilight Mouse.
Okay.
He thinks the Twilight Mouse is hot when she's dressed as Marlowe.
I think I'm going to just ignore that part when I roll.
Do it.
Is it?
Ignore that part.
No,
It's totally
do it.
fine with me.
Flirt.
If he has anything, he can do it within his inner monologue later.
Oh wait, does this mean the two Rangers get to meet? Both Batman and Batwoman get to meet.
Alright, let me fucking do this.
She's not a ranger.
You mean Batman and Ratgirl?
Batman and Rat-Girl.
Shark
Hey,
Boy
you
and
had your
Aquaman.
chance, Merciless. You had your chance for the Justice League. You threw it away.
Mm-hmm.
People made the in the Halloween games. People were making the Justice League. It already happened. I'm not worried about it. But Justice League happened.
It's fine. It's fine. Twilight Mouse is currently not the Twilight Mouse.
Who is Twilight?
She's a big
Marlo Jr.
lady.
She's too
All
thick.
right, I think
is what she is.
I think I'm about as ready for this as I'm gonna be.
Sweet. We have absolute confidence in you.
God.
As does all of chat, right, chat?
I just don't want to make...
Yeah, right.
I don't want to
Hype him up. Hype him up, chat.
I don't want to ruin
Hype him
Luke's
up.
character.
Yeah, W's in the chat. W's in the chat.
You couldn't do it any worse than what Luke does, so don't worry about it.
I mean, Kate chickened out on singing the song and wound up doing the song exactly the way Marlo would do it.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
For once, I need to understand him.
I understand it now.
Alright, so, as the magic fades, you are teleported into a strange stone sanctuary.
I grip my spear.
Let's see, I can do his voice. Let's see, Luke has no.
Too deep.
Ginny, things are happening. It's a little bit there.
That's him.
I'd like to go. I'm smoking a cigarette. Maybe leave a little Hezekiah. I got.
I like rocks. I like going inside rocks.
I am a rock.
Alright, here we go.
Be the rock. Feel
And so, you materialize here. Not in the actual meeting room, but in a small stone alcove outside. So, there's a few individuals that you see here. First, you will see a few that you might recognize. First is the shield captain, Rhoda Caress, who somehow is here whilst you left him behind in the Pale City. Up from him, a man that you presume to be John Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Above him, someone that you definitely know and are perhaps double as surprised to see. High Inquisitor Aether Trent. And above that person, you will see this mysterious fellow. And behind them, you will see a literal fucking abomination. Holy shit.
I will gesture to the abomination and attempt to keep my cool. Marlo, I presume?
Are you pointing at Laza?
Yeah, at Laza.
Oh, me? No, this is Mr. Marlowe. Alright, I'm gonna do my best. Here we go. Marlowe will adjust his hair. Been mistaken for Laza. And will respond to the incredibly attractive. My name is Marlowe, Kalkatesh, and the Cornelian Circle. Welcome. Captain Carter has informed me that you are in need to hear of what these others have to say.
You mentioned that that you would help fight demons and rescue Mytheria. I see. Well, this is a surprise. I'll gesture and salute immediately to these guys.
John Carter will say, "Indeed," as he returns the salute. Marlowe here has quite the array of individuals gathered, discussing the future of Corvinus. We have taken a small break, and it is fortuitous to have been contacted by you during this time. There are still many things that we do not know, things that we are still trying to hash out, as it were. but it is my hope that we can come to an amenable agreement. But we won't overwhelm you. You are here from Etheria, and I believe before you hear of Etheria, you should know everything. And John Carter will look to the High Inquisitor. The High Inquisitor will step forward. I understand that you're probably surprised to see me here. I'm just as surprised as you are to even be here. Not only because of the magics that brought me and the shield captain, as Rhoda waves, but more so as to the truths that we have been given. What you're about to hear is going to take a lot. It's going to be hard to swallow. You're going to have a healthy amount of skepticism. But if it means anything, I believe him.
One moment, just so that I'm... For my own trust and confirmation. High Inquisitor Trent, where was it that you sent us when we last spoke?
To save Etheria.
Yes, but where were we to gather before our escape?
He will look over to Flo Ridaman. His gaze will linger somewhat. And then he will look back to Ginny. The drunken witness.
Well, it's him. I just had to make sure this wasn't some kind of clever illusion meant to guide us in a direction, but if you know that, then...
And that was your clarifying question, Genevieve.
It's enough for me.
If
Do you have a better one?
Anyone could know.
The Inquisitor will take off his chain and will step forward and present it. Don't
They embrace immediately.
Kiss. No, he will hand his necklace to Farryn. Inspect it if you wish.
Oh, well, I will, but I was simply going to ask if you happened to know my real name, sir.
He will sign it to you in Thieves' Cant.
Cool. She will accept and give him back his necklace.
He puts it on.
Right.
Okay.
Well.
And with that, Trent will gesture towards Marla. All right. I guess I'll take it from here. The world you know is a lie. Much of it is, at least. It's not really clear exactly how much of it is, but there's a sufficient amount of evidence that we've collected to indicate that that is in fact the case. Now, I know that you believe different things about your deities, and it's not my place to tell you what it is that you believe and what it is that you don't. It doesn't really matter anyway. I have no desire over which deity you follow or what truth you seek as your own. I'm only here to make sure that what you do is recorded and that those records are kept safe. That being said, your world is a multi-variant symptom of a greater crime committed against its creation. More specifically, the reason that we have been able to surmise that such problems exist within this continent in the manner in which they do, as he takes a long drag from his cigarette, He'll blow it out contemplatively. Is by the machinations of a wizard engrossed in madness, on a scale that I doubt many of you may be able to comprehend, but I shall try to articulate it for you. The ley lines, the lifeblood of this realm. Think of veins under the skin, blood flowing from the heart, are contorted, broken, not by some demonic hand, as your religion might tell you, nor even from the political strife from one or the other, more so from its actual design. The ramifications of the intertwining of creation and the bastardization of misbegotten fate. So, that is the truth. This continent is broken. My companions and I are doing what we can to fix it. I don't care about who rules it, or who owns it, or even who lives through it, but rather that it survives, so that all that happens can be remembered. Preferably in a place like this. Understand that when I speak, and what I tell you, has within it no bias towards anything but the truth. And to see what you will make of it. I require nothing from you, save for a piece of knowledge that you possess that this place does not, to be left behind, so that all might benefit from it.
So you're willing to extend a helping hand to us for nothing? Well,
Genevieve, he
not quite
just
nothing.
said... what
Yeah,
he
it's basically nothing, Captain.
Knowledge is not nothing.
Indeed.
The halfling is no longer as attractive.
Thanks, I guess.
He didn't say that out loud.
Good. Neither did I.
Good. Or is it more attractive? I honestly don't know.
In that case, you mentioned something about Faygate to the Demon Wastes. Is that... I imagine you have a special entrance through the mountains or something?
We have a nexus, yes. And whilst I know that you wish to use it, some plans have changed. Because of things that haven't been discussed yet. But this is my best guess of what's going to happen. True enemies have been revealed. Those that will limit the capacity for your goddess to be freed, and the record of her fate to be changed unduly. We are currently discussing as to how to address this simple problem. So far, Agamemnon is the one in which you might cause to blame, as it is the demons themselves that you have fought against from nefarious purpose, led by this being, but they are not like true demons. A revelation I'm sure that will be difficult for you, but allow me to explain. In the lands that I hail from, known as Galkatesh, and lands even far beyond, demons operate under a proper natural order, an ordered chaos, you might say. In this ordered chaos, they perform their role of evil, chaos in all its forms, as they are to do so, naturally developing through the actions and wills therein. But the demons here, in this place, improperly cut off from the dream, manifested by the hand of this mad wizard. Specifically, he takes a long drag from his cigarette. The demon known as Agamemnon, the fifth spirit that the Antvanti serve, is actually a facsimile, a simulacrum, a false demon. One who looks the part, acts the part, but is no more realer a demon than the stones around you. He'll take another longer drag.
And this Agamemnon matters because his presence is in the way somehow from
Because
us.
we believe, based off of things that will be revealed, we believe that he is responsible for Mytharia's capture. Her binding. Our prison in which she resides cannot be freed till the keys are wrested from the master.
Mr. Marlowe, what keys specifically?
I was being metaphorical. We don't know what the key actually is. It could be a literal key. It could be a soul, a sigil. I was simply being metaphorical in that representation.
Lovely.
But this false demon has it.
Indeed. As long as he does, you'll never get your goddess back. Not without a lot of other more complicated methods. But in either case, the vessel in which she is trapped must also be recovered. And those two things are separated from each other. Hence, why it is fortuitous that you are here. We have been discussing, gesturing towards the other three to his south, as to what methods we might undertake to deal with these problems directly. We promised our aid with John Carter to release his goddess, but now that we know more, I believe the better proposition would be a two-pronged assault. It is true that Agamemnon will be heavily fortified, difficult to deal with, systemically broken. It will take some time, effort. He has grown in power. But perhaps a smaller force might be able to move unseen. One that is resistant to corruption and the seduction of devil kind. We'll take another long drag. Therefore, the proposal still stands for you to retrieve the vessel in which your goddess is bound. I have been told that you may possess such an object that might be able to assist.
Perhaps.
Well, if you did, you could use it to free the goddess from the binds that hold the vessel in which she is bound. Then, once we retrieve the key, release her. If that's something that you desire, I don't really mind either case. I just think it's something you should know. The proposal that's been made.
And you already have someone to attempt this key retrieval?
We're working on that part. I don't know yet. People haven't done the roleplay.
We can do our part. And we'll just simply have to rely on faith that you can do yours.
Sure. Faith works.
Faith always works.
Marlowe will squint his eyes a little bit. He'll flick his cigarette over the side into a barrel, and then he'll pull out another cigarette and light it.
You mentioned there was a problem that we haven't roleplayed through yet with the, whatever this nexus is. I suppose we'll have to rely on our own efforts to get there.
Well, I think we can provide some aid in that regard. There's been a few that have come to the cause. We're still in talks, but I'm fairly convinced that we can turn them to our side. Or at least to the side that aids you. I don't really care about sides. I'll take another long drag. He will then gesture back to John Carter. I should get back to the others. I've told them the truth, given them the information. It is up to them how they want to write their story. The Cornelian Circle will support you, John Carter, as promised. John Carter will nod to Marlowe. He will nod back, and will return to his party members while they discuss world-shattering events.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn. He completed his exposition and leaves, just like Marlowe would.
Just like Marlowe.
Yep.
I felt pretty good about that.
That was pretty
No,
accurate.
you did great.
Good, yeah.
It was like he was here.
Yeah.
I gotta get him out before he started getting creative.
Captain Carter, are you also actually in this place, whatever this place is? Or are you, like us,
What do you mean?
Well, you said to sing a song and we're here. Are we actually here? Do we have to walk out of here?
Yes, you're here.
Where is here, exactly?
The Twisted Pines.
We're in the Twisting Pines.
Yes. Molascadon, specifically.
So this is the Lost
in
Northern
stone.
City.
Yes, I had the same reaction when I first did the trip. But fear not, Netheria is near. After discussing with the Cornelian Circle as to what we might do next, I do believe that you are the perfect fit to move forward, as the High Inquisitor has insisted. He has already informed us of your distinct advantage that you possess. As he looks over meaningfully towards Farryn and into her pockets.
She nods.
With his X-ray vision.
With his X-ray. Oh no, I'm seeing too much. Anyway.
Farmer.
Anyway, Captain Carter will continue. It's my hope that you will be supplied, and we will be able to provide some transport to get you to the Demon Wastes easier. Of the world leaders present, I am sure that one of them will be able to provide such transport.
Excellent. I suppose I have one. Unless anyone else has other questions, I'll let any of you get everything out of the way before I ask my personal one.
The only question I would have is if we are able to succeed in our task once we return. If this fight with this Agamemnon hasn't completed, would we have the same help moving forward to aid you in your conquest of that? Or will it already be too late by then, and we just have to wait to see the outcome?
I could barely hear anything he just said. Can you say it again, please? Let me turn you up.
Yeah, I'll get closer to the mic.
Oh, that's much better. Holy shit.
Yeah. So, he said, once we have completed our task and we return, if this key has not been retrieved, will we have the same aid in getting there to help you all complete your side of the task as well? Or will we just have to wait for your return?
I am sure that any sort of updates like that, we can keep in touch with each other. I don't know, is the answer to your question.
Very well.
Mine is purely personal. What what of Thorn? Is she still alive? Is she okay?
Aether Trent will speak up. Oh, actually, no, Rhoda would speak up. Thorn Saltspire, from what I could know, is currently traveling with my old companions. Her sentencing has been delayed out of emergency. I cannot speak as she is well or not, but if she is with my old companions, I'm sure she is fine.
I will just take comfort in the fact that she wasn't immediately executed. Thank you, Captain Rhoda.
He will nod.
Low Ridaman will step forward and address Inquisitor Trent. Wrong voice.
Inquisitor. I have to say I'm sorry about our previous interaction. I've now been informed of what was going on.
The High Inquisitor will take a long moment before he responds, and he will simply say, "There are those that believe that ignorance is forgivable. And I suppose to a degree it is. But incompetence is not. If you do not wish to make such mistakes again, fix it."
He will just nod his head in place.
Understood, High Inquisitor.
And he will fuck him back off over here.
And go over here and not get shot by someone. Put on my body armor.
But he taps his chest to make sure his studded leather is still there.
Ah, good. That's still there.
It's still there.
That'll prevent some bleed damage. Alrighty. John Carter will then say, "There is still much that the Carnelian Circle must discuss. Once they are finished, I am sure that we will be able to provide you more succinct information. But for now, what supplies we can sequester will be given to you, and we will see that you are transported to the Demon Wastes. In either case, both clocks must strike at the same time if we are to have any sort of hope to free Matheria."
Indeed. The sooner the better. That aside, captains, I have my brother, Hill, here with me. It was some form of serendipity that we managed to intercept him and the traitor priest Calliston.
Hello. Guild Captain Rhoda will also wave.
We managed to intercept and free him with the help of Galdren Greyspine. As glad as I am to see him, he is potentially still in danger, as Calliston has escaped and may be searching for him in the future. Is there a safe place that I can put him where he could be useful and handy without going with us to the Demon Wastes, as he is inexperienced? No offense, brother.
That's not very... And then his eyes will kind of blank out. Nice to say. And he'll just kind of stare at the ground. There's something that seems to be wrong with the boy. The Carnelian Circle has a few potent arcanists. Perhaps they will be able to find what ails him. I shall keep him under my charge if that is what you require, Genevieve.
If you can keep him busy, I feel like if he has something to do, it will be good for him. And if the arcanists that they have here can help him in some way, then all the better. I think he would be safer with you than with me.
I will say it probably has something to do with his blood. His wrists are covered in black veins, and they hurt to the touch. So, some kind of experimentation.
Very well. I will let the Cornelian Circle know.
Also, be wary of the SCTC. He was in talks with them over essentially taking Hill away to do what we're not really sure, but they were a part of it.
They were running a slave ring, Gideon. It was obvious and apparent.
SCTC. Their captain is here.
Oh, well, that is most unfortunate.
But how though? Did he also teleport too?
Possibly. This, who else is at... Who else is here? If he's here and you're here...
Well, let's show them all the who's here!
Or is that a need-to-know basis?
Come on down!
John,
In this corner, weighing in at 138 pounds.
John Carter will go over a quick list of the who's who at the Carnelian Circle Convergence Table. Sir Cron Emberdane, representative of the Dwarves of Demon's Deep. Aelin Trueheart, the Barrow King of the East, represented by their inset, as well as Evelyn Lestrange. William Solace, representative of the Druids, backed by Elrond Truefire, head guildmaster of the Adventurers Guild of the Broken Oaks, and Mikael Grace, speaker of Farryn, an officer of peace. Faustine Hightower, representative of Saphira, the City of Sapphires, backed by Grandmother Iron, leader of the... hold on, my brain decided to shut off. The Iron Cross, sorry, yeah. Grandmother Iron, leader of the Iron Cross, and Captain Artemis Felch, the leader of the SCTC. Davian Laton, the Brass Baron, backed by his officer Sazonka Yanagazawa. And, of course, the Carnelian Circle, one of which you have met, known as Marlowe. Also present is Nar, Nenanoth, Veneth Tyr, Swig, and I don't know if he would say the noble name. I think he would, because the
Carter
other is ridiculous.
Yeah, Carter knows her by one, but she also presented herself as the other.
So I'm going to go with Say your name.
It's Arabella.
Arabella.
Ambersong.
He looks at this. Arabella Ambersong.
He's looking at the little paper in his pocket.
He looks down at the parchment.
It's like a sub-teacher. I've been there trying to read someone's name that's like crazy. Like, what? How do you say this?
Saquisha Melongobble.
Oh, yes, I know her.
Is AA Ron present? Where are you at, AA Ron?
Shithead. It's Shatheed.
Shatheed.
That's my favorite one. But yes, he names off those people.
Mikael's here.
Grits teeth.
Traitors!
Like a room full of individuals that we don't wish to know that we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we could, since we're branded as traitors, we could always bring Mikael back.
No.
Please,
Mikael wasn't just a traitor to the church, he was a traitor to us.
Who is this Mikael?
And why does he
traitor.
sound so handsome? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, continue.
A former companion of ours.
If I may, captains, how do you all feel doing business with such a varied list of individuals?
You're muted, Arcadum.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
I don't have any problem with them at all. Not sure what you mean, Captain. They're all, well, just really nice people, trying their best for their people. I think it's I think it's such a good thing to see so many people come together and try to find a peaceful resolution to our problems. I will admit that I am more skeptical than dear Shield Captain Caress. My eyes were opened from an outlier source, however. I was forced to look into the abyss. I saw truths I cannot explain, and the Carnelian Circle has convinced me that there is more to this world than service to a goddess whom is trapped, and to a dogma that is misbegotten, and, dare I say, traitorous to its own people. I still don't believe most of it, but there are a few irrefutable truths that I've seen. There's too many whispers unanswered, things I've known about since I was a young man. I don't trust any of these people, except that they are going to do what is best for them. And right now, I think that is what is best for the Pale City.
She'll nod. May I inquire as well, captains? Is there a dossier, perhaps, on this Agamemnon's forces, or what we might... thank you. Any additional information on what we would encounter would be, of course, helpful to prepare.
If you look in that dossier, it has everything that we have discussed of relevance to your mission thus far, which I don't have the details for because it hasn't happened yet.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
I'll salute, anyway, and pocket the dossier.
Captains, another kind of personal thing. Is this a safe place to remove the collar, or should I keep it on?
Step forward.
Boy.
Walk forward.
He'll pull out his inquisitorial seal. He'll turn Gideon around. There's one thing that I know. Whatever we're facing, as he places the seal at the back of the collar, whatever we're facing, you'll need your full strength. I don't know if this is sacrilege, blasphemous, or not, but I do know this one thing. If we don't win, all of it's pointless anyway. Skibidi-beep-bop-beep-bop-beep-bop. Ha! 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 Beast, go on. And you release the collar. And your wing, please.
Yeah,
And
wings
your
will-
chastity belt.
Yes, the chastity belt.
Ugh.
You mean this one? Haha!
Okay. You're not that attractive. Put that away.
But it'll just stretch out his wings. That feels so much better. Thank you, Inquisitor.
Is
Inquisitorial nod.
all right. Well,
One further thing, captains. The information that we are supposed to leave as payment, the knowledge, is it supposed to come from all of us or individually?
I believe you can leave it as a group entity. Hold on. He checks Boaz Kaden's edicts. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, hold on.
we have before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a group counts.
Twilight Mouse has left it for the group multiple times. Yeah.
Checks wiki. I attacked them with my additional notes. Alright, yes.
Does the information have to be of relevance, or does it just have to be something they don't know?
It has to be something not stored within. Something unknown.
Unknown to
them.
Moazdan or unknown to anyone here?
I presume to them, that part's not very clear. I don't think it's a hard rule. It's just that something has to be left behind.
Mm.
Some form of knowledge. Actually goes to check the wiki.
Leans over to Farryn. Can we leave Flo?
We're already leaving my brother. And
don't
whatever
believe-
secrets he may carry.
I don't believe people count as knowledge the same way.
I suppose that's fair.
Otherwise, we'd be no better than the SCTC.
Are y'all whispering?
I was.
No.
Doesn't matter, Mr. Flo.
Galdren this whole time has just been admiring the dwarven architecture.
Just admiring the rock and stones.
Yes.
Yes. Very dwarf. Much rock, many stone.
Anyone have knowledge they feel like leaving behind?
I suppose I have a story, if no one else has any better ideas.
Sounds good to me.
Out of character. Do you think the bloop is in here? Do you think they got bloop?
Celery hasn't been here yet, so no.
Well, we don't know the bloop story. We know better Nate than Lever.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know Nate the Snake.
Oh, goodness. You wouldn't leave halfling literature, would you? If one
What's
could
wrong
even
with
call it
halfling
that.
literature?
Ugh. I'll need, I suppose, some writing implements, paper, time.
Gideon, you seemed interested to see your own compatriot. If she has the time, do you want to go meet up with that person? I don't know the man.
We are not
Sam?
meeting with anyone here. No, definitely not him. No.
Hey,
I
I
think
don't
you're
have a dog in the fight. I was just asking him. He seemed quite interested to meet him.
And the captain has said no.
Gideon is also incredibly flashy right now, and I feel like entering a room full of delegates that we don't really want knowing we're here would be a terrible idea.
What do you mean flashy?
She blushes and looks away.
Ugh.
You know what I mean.
I am not a demon. It's
Is the word
dragon. Dragon. I don't do
Looks
the
down
tongue
finally.
thing. Okay.
What the fuck happened to you, lad?
Wow.
Mhm.
Good reference.
Yes.
Is that you, Gideon?
Yes. This is me in my true form, I guess you could call it. I was blessed by a foreign god known as Runetheris, and he gave me the gift of dragons.
I can tell by the wings.
You don't know what a dragon is. Or do you?
Is he from Calgatesh?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't-
Then no.
He says they are giant lizard-like creatures.
You have wyverns here, I'm pretty sure. I've heard tale of them. They're kind of like a wyvern.
So, any further requests as to what the story should be, or shall I just write my own?
You said you had one.
Whatever you wish to leave behind, I take it.
Very good then.
How is the Pale City faring since we left?
It is awash in chaotic civil war. The aberrations run rampant on the streets. Upon our departure, an effort was being made to pierce the inner sanctum, to attempt to win back the cathedral from the creatures that have it wrested in its control. I know no more than that.
Still no idea what caused that giant wave of light? That caused all this?
We don't. But we may soon.
Well, I wish you all luck in figuring all this out.
He will nod. You typed something to me? Over there?
Who? Oh, Essy?
Oh, no. Do you need me to type you something?
No, it's fine. Well, I mean, I gotta tell him what you left behind. You can just type it up real quick.
Yeah, where would you...
It doesn't have to be a whole thing. Just put it in notes.
Okay.
Yes. Very good.
Man, Galdren has been on a wild ride.
Day 3.
Hey, Galdren, you want to see my dragon breath? Check this out.
Day 3. Holy shit.
Raise his fucking axe. Don't tempt me.
Blarg.
Okay,
What?
sounds good.
Good.
It's like, hey, Galdren, want to see me disappear?
You always want to see a dead body?
I look at Galdren and it's... Oh,
He's just probably mind boggled as all fuck right now, just like teleporting for the first time.
Having a contest over here. My goodness.
Alright. Anything else you guys want to do?
Start
Well.
kicking some demon butt.
Okay. So here's
Yeah.
so here's the thing, right?
Mhm.
I don't know how you're going to get out of here to the next part. I know somebody's going to give you a ride. I don't know what Uber that's going to be. Because they still have to talk about it. And their next session next week is canceled.
Yeah.
So,
It's
here's
clearly going to be...
Here's what I'm going to do.
Mhm.
I'm going to move you to the next place. And we'll have to fill in the blanks with whoever took you there.
Sounds great.
I say it's on the back of crows.
Probably going to be...
Yes!
Very fat crows.
Yeah.
blesses
So
us.
I second that motion.
So what's probably going to happen is that Laws is going to teleport you, but some of the others might actually... There's just a lot that can happen. But for the sake of you guys being able to continue your story, we're just going to have to fill that part in later.
Yeah, we'll just be blooped there and whatnot. All right.
So you mentioned
So-
supplies.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, what are we looking at as far as supplies?
Anything especially effective against demons, I would presume.
Some anointed gear would be
These guns.
most appreciated.
Any particular poisons? Poisons would be nice.
Yeah, there's undead poisons. Where's the demon poison? Or I guess in this case, fake demon poison.
Can you anoint my hammers?
Well, the supplies is also going to change based off of what they get to.
Okay.
So
It's alright, we're gonna get on the way.
because if they piss
You've
off the
skipped the
brass
dialogue
baron,
way too
it's going
far.
to be very little.
Cool.
So, hold on. I need to think for a second. God damn.
I'm gonna run to use the bathroom. What do you think? 1 second.
Is this the place that has the library or something?
There is a library. It
We could,
has
quote, do research to, quote, fill our dossier.
also has monk fighting styles.
Yeah, but that takes like days. Like you're not going to be
Ah.
here for days. Like
This is true. I'm trying to find a way to pad.
Arcadum, no weird shit happens with Flo Ridaman, no flashbacks or PTSD episodes since he's being close to Mikael and they're saying his name.
no.
Okay.
Nice try though. You just waltz in there and high five or something.
So I'm
Be
not,
like, who is this Mikael my party keeps talking about?
see, I'm not gonna meta-force that interaction. As much as I would love to play him again, I'm not gonna meta-force that shit. Where is he? Show him to me! Where is he?
Breaks down stone door. Mikael, where are you? You abandoned me with these fools.
I need to know, did your party also assault and accost you like they did me?
He accosted us.
What did they do to you, dear boy?
Look at how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, a lot of trading in this group.
Yeah, I wonder what he looks like now.
The exact same.
Find out next time. We'll Galdren.
Slightly sadder than before.
Slightly sad.
Damn.
Well, he'll be
Still
without
Galdren?
his sword. That's that much I know.
All right.
Oh fuck.
It's just too many things.
And at least get a masterwork backpack and more rations. Like, that's my main worry.
Yeah, can I get a potion of the greater hero? Potion here.
All right, best I can give you is 1,000 gold pieces each of wealth level that you can spend on what you want.
Okay.
Item limitation tier 3. Or tier tier 5 because you guys have the 4.
Tier 5. Rock on.
Boy.
Galdren, thoughts on this place? Saw you
Be right back.
observing the ceilings for a bit there.
I've only heard tales in books, even stories from my ma and pa. So it's a bit surreal standing here, actually.
How much is
Well,
the...
And now, learning all this, what we're going to be doing next is quite a lot.
Yes. And highly dependent on others doing their end as well, but I have faith in them. I think we were chosen for this. And forgive my saying, but I've come to believe, I guess, through my experiences this past year, that when Matheria puts a calling in your life, a purpose, a goal, she's already factored in my stupidity. Still alive. Still going in a direction, so...
I understand that. It's just, this is... My mind is a bit boggled with all this.
Well, I wish I could say that that it gets less confusing. But with us, it seems to be the case that we learn more things to make things more confusing every day.
I mean, where we're going, things are going to get even weirder.
Yes. I'm actually slightly worried about what they were mentioning about this Agamemnon not being, or at least being a facsimile of a demon.
So, poser then.
A poser, sure. I wonder if they have the same weaknesses, if they cringe before the light in the same way.
Well, I may not use the light as you do. But I do have this, as he holds his axe. This all the way works.
Effective every time, no doubt. I've come to find myself perhaps over-reliant on the light, and when we wound up fighting the Risen, we went in with the impression that they would be much like other undead. only to find that they were not only not particularly weak to the light, but also resistant to it, as if some cruel joke. I'm hesitant to trust in the efficacy of the light.
Nothing is as it seems now. All these leaders coming together for the common cause of Corvanus, this is going to be a time for a lot of unknowns. A lot of trial and error. I guess kind of coming forward. So it's always good to rely on as he looks towards your spear and shield. It's always good to look to the basics, if need be. But don't let that dissuade you. If anything, like you prove yourself in the tavern, you do have a mean right hook. So I doubt you're gonna be needing the light too much. Always good to get a good stab in when you can.
It's an interesting take, and I admire your self-sufficiency, I suppose. When we charge into the unknown, sometimes it's hard to tell whether our self is going to be the only thing we can count on, or if it falls short. And we have to rely on a higher power. And considering our higher power is out of reach, I suppose what you're saying holds the most merit at the moment.
As he shuffles a bit, you would notice that on his side, where his belt is, he does have a symbol of some form of deity lingering there.
I'll kind of glance at it, and then looking up at the walls and the dwarvish architecture. So what I don't recognize that. It's not Mytharian, is it?
Oh, this old thing. He holds in his hand. It's a symbol of Astaroth. I never could let it go.
So you still carry?
Yeah, it's more of a reminder. If anything.
A reminder not... You mentioned you were not, you weren't particularly religious anymore.
Aye, that's be true.
So it's just there to tell you not to look back?
It is a reminder not to rely on higher powers. I spent too many years of my life trying to earn a path of redemption through many facets. One being mostly towards Astaroth, or if a dwarven name could be redeemed, patron himself of good dwarves could do it, but nothing. My body is broken, scarred, lashed, and bruised. All in the name of strength. Way to prove myself to him. But nothing.
I'm not particularly well versed in the dynamic of dwarvish families, but you seem to hold your honor among them in high regard. I suppose it's similar enough with halflings. It is the worst offense to not be invited to a party or a family gathering. I imagine it feels something like that.
Aye. Similar, yes.
I imagine that's something you want to get back then.
I doubt I'd ever regain the name that was mine before. My ancestor disowned it by his deeds. As I mentioned to the captain, my 90 years of living, 98 years of living, have been blood, sweat, and tears, broken bones and flesh, steel and iron, all in the bloody task of redemption. Sometimes sometimes I want to give up. Then I hold myself high and trudge on forward.
Perhaps there's a different way. Maybe once we rescue Mytheria and get through this whole key business, something will be revealed. There's always hope.
Aye. It's good to have hope. I just hope I can live long enough to gain a modest sense of redemption for this cursed name of mine.
I think you're on the right path, but I wouldn't. If it's something that feeds your power and your anger to fight demons, then use it. But if it's going to get in your way, then you're allowed to be happy before you fix everything.
I agree.
One day at a time, brother. And she'll tippy toe and put a hand on your shoulder and then walk past. We'll get this figured out.
Aye, we shall.
I love Galdren's voice. It's so sick.
Y'all know what you want with 1,000 gold? I already know what I want.
Yeah.
No, I haven't looked. I was
let's go and get your wealth. To be honest, fuck. Like, there's supposed to be more that you're supposed to have, but like.
I mean, we can retcon later.
I really don't want to do that, but I don't see around it. So
it's.
I know you'd probably get at least 1,000 gold. So spend that first, and then we'll move things forward.
Okay.
Okay.
So now the question is, do I get hallowed on my lance or my breastplate?
I'd say your lance.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, we'll put it on the lance.
I just want the potion of heroism and a greater healing potion.
Ooh.
How much are like backpacks or meshwork backpacks? If they're available in this area?
Aren't they on the wiki somewhere?
What are you looking for? Massword backpack?
Yeah.
150 gold for tier 1.
Alright, and that's... Which one? Is that the one that does 20 or the one that does 40? You said it was 150?
Yeah.
Alright. So... Alright.
If I wanted to do anointed or hollowed on my bow stuff, would I need to do that on the bow, or would I need to do that on the ammunition specifically?
Oh, man. Sorry, my throat is killing me.
Oh,
What was
yeah.
your question, Mythos?
If I wanted to do either anointed or hollowed on my bow attacks, would I need to do that on the bow or the ammunition for it?
Bow traits ammunition. So yes.
Okay, so if I put it on the bow, it would just work for the ammunition it shot?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said there's a forge here, so we're getting the stuff for the crafting value cost, not the market value? Or are we getting it for market value? For the tier cost of things?
I assumed market
Because technically
value.
we're not providing the material, so I just want to be sure. Are we paying like the full market price, or are we just paying like the crafting price?
Market price.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna... hallow my scale mail.
Yeah, I'm gonna do...
What is improved? Is there an improved weighted?
Mhm.
What is that? Is there a property that increases the SR of a shield?
Like, just directly?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's enchantment bonus. The +1 does, but not...
Yeah.
I suppose, the material it's made out of can increase it, but no, not just a property.
I didn't know if there was something similar to, like, because like weapons have like improved weighted to give it increased heft for stuff. I don't know if there was something like that.
That gives
for
it
the
heft,
SR,
but that doesn't. But I mean,
yeah.
SR is a hard bonus.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk ingress points.
Yes.
Where you're gonna get dropped off.
Right in front of her, 5 feet away.
No.
Missions.
So we're all the way up here at the Twisting Pines.
You are currently.
Hey, we're going to my homeland.
Okay, so you are in the Twisted Pines. You can get instantaneous transportation to the Blacktop Mountains, the Silent Faces, the King's Rest Mountains here, or the Silver Peaks. Each one have their pros and cons. King's Rest Mountains, you'll have the most Mytharian support, but you'll also have to make your way through a battleground.
Mm-hmm.
The Silent Faces is currently overrun with demons. So this one won't have a lot of political strife in it, but it'll have a heavy demonic presence. It's also the... it's just heavy demonic presence. The Silver Peaks is more so not politically affiliated that much. There is a Brass Baron presence there, but most of that's been focused up here. And the Blacktop Mountains, in order for you to... Well, you can make your way through the Blacktop Mountains, but the Blacktop Mountains are the hardest to traverse physically. They're the most harrowing of a trip, unless you go through the tunnels through Demon's Deep, but you'd have to go through Demon's Deep. Considering that you have a dwarf that is, seeking redemption, might be difficult.
Yeah.
You're home early, Slayer. Chokes him.
But what do you? How are there demons here? We cleared that area out, like in season 2.
No.
Season 2, we cleared them out.
No.
What do you mean? Quarter Curses just cleared that out.
No, you
Well,
didn't.
no, not even quarter curses.
You remember how your tribe was almost wiped out by it?
Well, no, I mean Dark Sermon. We took care of all the heresy that was going on up there. Yeah,
no, you didn't. Anyway, I'm
reinstalled the sheriff of Downfrown.
I'm going to mute him. So, where would you guys like to go?
So distance-wise, because we're going just dead center here.
They're all relatively the same distance.
Okay.
And what did you say it was for the Silver Peaks?
A Brass Baron presence.
Okay.
I say we go King's Rest.
Brett, you want to go here?
I would say, because Blacktop, we have to go through Demon's Deep, and then we'll have that issue with the dwarf. Silver Peak, so we're clashing with the Brass Baron. Silent Faces, I don't think any of us want to just constantly fight demons through there to get to our objective. We'll run out of the shit that we have just through all the fights.
Mm-hmm.
And I could just try to stealth us through the battlefield.
Yeah, I was going to say, mine was between the top and bottom, and I was going to say for the Silver Peaks, I was going to say Flo can literally just sneak us past any Brass Baron BS-ery. Because as someone who knows he likes to tax bridges and stuff, he might be, trying to tax the peaks or some dumb crap.
Tax this.
And we also have more support if we go King's Rest. Everywhere else we don't have support.
Would they really attack us? I mean, if they know that we're working together.
Well, depending on how negotiations go.
Right.
What, you mean the Mytharians?
No, the Barons Ben.
Yeah, the Silver Peaks, the Barons.
They're also all over the friggin' King's Rest.
Even if they did come to an agreement, the Brass Barons men there wouldn't know about any alliance update.
Mm-hmm.
It's still medieval.
Yeah, they're like
time.
months away.
Yeah, that's
it'll
take forever for a courier to.
We couldn't be given a badge to show our rite of passage.
Unfortunately, I can't give that to you because I don't know.
No.
Right.
Okay. Well,
going through the Blacktop Mountains. I mean,
yeah. So the problem is, Essy. Yes, retroactively.
Oh, I know.
You could have it, but if you don't choose the right one that they choose, that you see what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
Yeah.
For the King's Hill, though,
I can't do it.
I know. Will the Mytharians attack us though? Because we're not exactly in good standing with the church.
But they don't know that.
They don't know that.
They haven't been updated on that yet.
Again, that's way over here.
That's some chaos over there.
Yeah,
Communication is crap.
And the few people that are here are like good with us.
And so yes, it's possible they could have been magically contacted, but they'd have to magically contact the people currently fighting the Brass Baron with an update that these specific people here are traitors now. Like that's not. No offense, but you ain't that important.
We're not that big.
I like going through the Kings or wandering through the mountains. I have no fear of the wilderness. It's fine. We don't have to go through the demon tunnels, but I'd say take the easy route. Go the Mytharian way.
Alright, so you wanna go here?
That would be the shortest path, I suppose, if we just wanted to get over the mountains and then...
Yeah, but the issue is gonna be this guy.
We don't know anything about that.
This guy.
You mean that weird mountain range that doesn't mean anything to you?
Looks like a big old hand.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's constantly taunting me. And I
You
could
see
never go
the
to-
big old shield and eye and sword on this map as well? Those aren't just floating there. Who's to say this big old hand mountain exists?
I mean, we could go to the shield and just walk our way in.
Gideon, do you think that the monsters in the water along the edges of the map are real monsters that happen to be there specifically?
Yes.
I fought a blanket and lost.
Why does
Tell us more about this blanket monster.
My name's Gideon, and I lack situational awareness.
So, Mythos, what do you know about the Silent Faces?
What do I know about the Silent Faces other than the time we went there to fight the druids?
You're a smart guy with knowledge.
The Silent Faces is just... They're one of the bordering mountain ranges. They have a surplus of Orcish tribes.
Then you'll just say, other than being one of the mountain ranges protecting us from the demons themselves, it just has a heavy orc congregation there. The orcs typically fight against the demons, so there could be allies there for us. But assuming the information that we were just told above board, we are given in character by dossiers, we would know that there's a bunch of demons there. So, it may be overrun with demons at this moment.
I think
Arcadum, where is Raktar's fist on this map?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what Rakdar's fist is, but Ragnar's fist is not here because it's in a different spot.
No. Mikael's tribe.
That's...
Oh.
Tell me that's not what they're called.
Ragtar's fist.
Raktar's fist. It's the same village.
Considering Mikael's the last living one, it's here.
Who knows? It's been wiped out. There's none of them left.
They're all
gone.
We have to tell Logan too. He's from the same village.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Ooh. Yikes.
Bongo, no.
Oh, Bongo.
Oh, Bongo.
Could have been protected by the Black Hand. Ouch.
Well, if there's orcs in the Silent Faces, I think the chances of us not facing any demons on the way are kind of... I think it's expected that we will be facing demons, or at least attempting our best to avoid them. But I feel like that will be... The chances will be negligible to none.
Once we enter the ways proper, yes, but if we can avoid having to have conflict with them before then, we can save our resources to better prepare for the trip.
Mm-hmm. I suppose if we just take straight over the mountain with our survivalists and the experience there, we won't have to deal with anybody. Which counts demons deep out because, well, dwarves are going to want to know what we're doing, I suppose. Silent Faces sounds like a straight shot to me. Anyone opposed?
I say...
Me, I'm opposed.
I am opposed.
Say we go through the King's Rest.
I'm still voting King's Rest, not Silent Faces.
Yes, right. King's Rest. That's the one I actually meant.
Oh.
We're not in disagreement. I simply fumbled my words.
Of course.
So you don't want to smite demons along the way?
I would rather avoid them if at all possible. We have enough on our plate as it is.
I mean, it's good practice for when we get into the ways proper.
Fighting demons is not about practice, Gideon. How many demons have you fought? Like actual demons.
I don't know. I'm still recollecting my memories. It's still a little jumbled up there.
Well, I have never fought one, so it'll be new regardless. The more we can avoid them, the better.
Yes, but the stronger, more powerful demons will be at the center, whereas the smaller, weaker ones will be on the very edge.
All
So it's
more
best to
reason
get the practice in.
to
along the
conserve
edge.
resources so that we can throw everything at the bigger thing. Is it not?
Listen, if what you say is true, if the weaker ones are on the outside, what practice would they give us? The stronger ones could be vastly different from them.
Agreed. We're on a time crunch.
Even the Risen themselves, as we were fighting them, had different characteristics between them. And we went in thinking they were all the same, but some of them were resistant to our techniques, while others weren't necessarily resistant or negatively impacted by them.
Sorry if this came off poorly. That I was being facetious. We don't need to fight demons. It was a joke.
Oh.
Listen to this guy joking.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha
Good.
ha ha.
Since we're all decided to be serious now about this mission, all in agreement on King's Rest Mountains.
Raise his hand.
I'm
hand.
also good with King's Rest Mountains.
Captain?
Galdren gingerly raises his hand.
It's already
Great.
serious, Genevieve.
Serious,
I'm
Genevieve,
always
you say?
serious.
I suppose that is a majority, if not unanimous. So
I'm gonna Genevieve.
I'm gonna Jen all over my Vive.
yes, I do that all the time.
I can't stop, in fact. I can't stop Genevieveing.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys have reached an accord.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, here I go murdering again. Okay.
Look, the other upside to going through a war zone, we could find free loot.
True.
Yes, just take the equipment off of our following or our fellow
Following.
brethren.
Almost.
He's getting
Following,
there.
yeah, I was getting there.
Hey, they're dead. What use is it to them?
Our fellowing.
Our fellowin.
Our fellow.
Hey, some of them might be dead brass baron, too.
Yeah.
I don't know them motherfuckers. If they're dead, ain't no use to them.
New NPC name going into my notebook. Fellowing.
We know that it's the Mytharians fighting against the Brass Baron in the mountains. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I knew we knew that there is a war, but I don't know if we knew who between.
We've been at war with the Brass Baron for over a year.
Well, no, like it was a war. It was a
didn't
war
you see
for
all the time
Mornhow.
pass?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been like a whole
But
season.
it was the prince and the Mytharians versus the fake one that was already in Mornhow.
How
And then it
handsome do
grew
you think
into
the
being
prince
the.
Hey,
Oh,
yo, what's that?
Probably
angel
not
looking-
very.
Probably
I've always-
not very.
I've always pictured the Prince of Mornhow to have a really big nose,
Why? Because
like
of
a
inbreeding?
pointy,
And that makes him not handsome?
just a
I
long
don't think he gets
pointy,
big noses.
just a long pointy nose. I don't know. I'm
Got
not
that
into
Usopp
long
nose?
pointy noses.
He's
Yeah.
Jewish.
He's Jewish.
I knew it.
Someone made the joke.
I can have preferences. Okay, it's fine.
I, for one, prefer the.
It's
blue.
him, Prince Pinocchio.
It's Pinocchio.
It's
That's
him.
that's the image in my
It's
head.
him,
yes.
the hero of Kavach.
It's him.
All right. So the plan is that you are going to enter through the King's Rest Mountains.
Yes.
Yes.
Gonna take your fucking chances.
I'm gonna go meet up with brass tacks.
That's
And kill them.
that's not.
And They've got enough to worry about
And
already.
we kill them. Yes, very good. For Matheria.
God.
And
Well,
all that.
If
Yeah.
that's the case, I've got a lot of planning to do, so I'm gonna have to call it there, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
I got maps to prep and stuff that
Yeah.
I need to update.
Again!
It is what it is.
The Waymaker curse takes a new
We picked
Hey,
the
Nara,
wrong
you know that,
one,
that
guys.
thing you did?
Oh, I mean,
yeah,
it's
the
just,
party pushed
like,
a different button.
The whole Sheraz. Yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
I honestly
no,
didn't
you-
think he was gonna go over the Sherazade button, but it is what it is.
You did great.
Yeah, oh God.
As always.
Thankfully, I don't have a super bunch to prep. I essentially need to get a few maps ready, but I need to resolve what Brass Tax is doing, so I know what you're gonna run into.
Yeah.
That's the biggest reason. But we'll call it there. It's a good spot anyway.
Rock on.
And I'll just extend it next time. Make up for it if I can.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
I don't work on Saturdays anymore, so I'm good to go.
Oh shit, I don't work on Saturdays anymore. My name's Merciless. I teach kids math, and then I bouncer bars in the late evening. I wear body armor. I'm Cuban. I speak Spanish, but not very well.
I beat up drunk people.
I do beat up drunk people.
I'm sorry. I just
and
unboxed Merciless's entire life.
I'm never going. I've decided not to drink around Merciless lest he beat me up.
What? No!
I'm never gonna sip a single drink around.
Single alcohol.
I'll fucking.
Oh, yeah.
I don't drink at all. I'll down it right in front of him.
This man'll body slam me from the top
you
rope.
Giant mountain of a man. I'm gonna get in there.
Yeah, but see, for you, it wouldn't be just to beat you up because you're getting drunk. He'd be doing it to get down, Mr. President. Alcohol's
That's
bad
right.
for you.
No! He holds it back from my mouth. No!
Oh, you don't see the horse! I'm witness, brother! Don't do it!
Merciless,
very good.
rider of the apocalypse.
Oh my god. Dude, it was crazy. I had to stay at the bar last night, too, because some dude got stabbed right as we closed. That was crazy.
Gotta wear his chainmail.
Yeah, you guys gotta wear that shark mail you
I
screamed
gotta
at
get
me
that
for.
shark mail, man.
Yeah,
I'm
you
telling you.
screamed at me on the couch about, you gotta
How
get
you-
shark mail! I was like, I'm
I want
sorry,
you-
I'll get it!
I want you to not be stabbed, okay? You're my friend.
Okay,
Yeah,
where
sure.
is... Do we have any fan art from you guys?
Yeah, we have one.
I'm looking. My eyes are opening.
You got pinged in it.
Oh,
Oh, it's...
Yes, it's very cute. Adorable.
It's also characters that aren't in here anymore. Like, what the fuck?
What do you
One of
mean?
them
I'm
is-
right here.
Gideon's right there.
This is what
here.
Gideon is thinking about while we're planning our
Yeah,
advance.
he's thinking
Yeah.
about wearing a modern day sweater.
That's what I can't judge his daydreams, I don't know what
That's
Calcateshi
Calcatesh. That was
It's
It's
a
a
a
normal
Calcatesh
red
you
shirt
need to
with the
wear.
sleeves rolled. What do you mean?
Calcatechian fashion, for all I know.
It is perfectly easy to judge someone's dreams.
It is absolutely easy to judge someone's dreams.
The eyebrow raises on Farron's
I can
forehead.
also judge that fucking beard trim. Shave, you Gohan fuck. That's
Got
why
what
her
people
eye
in
is
the-
closed, because you're shoving your stubble into her eyeball.
True.
Learn to kiss.
Been there.
Well, I for one love it. It looks great. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is cute, and Void's
Man,
art
I
is
don't know why,
always
but I'm
beautiful.
seeing art of Gideon doing this. I just see him with earrings, but like the cartilage earrings at the top of the ear.
Oh,
It
yeah,
just
yeah.
fits.
Sure, just hand me those
Diamond
3K
earrings.
diamond earrings of yours, bud. Give me those stud earrings that you got.
Yeah,
You want
wear
my diamond
Wear
studs?
some
Yeah, give me your studs, buddy.
Wear some studs. Yeah.
Gideon's not a stud guy though. I can see him with a cartilage piercing though. That's
Gideon is not a stud guy.
Yeah,
Going
he's not
as
a
quotes.
stud. Not a stud. Ugly, dumb, idiot. Got him.
Gets beaten up by
Rude.
blankets.
Gets
him.
beat.
I mean, it happened twice. I can't deny. I did.
Yeah, just like
I had a
you
nickel
shattered,
for every time it happened.
just like
It
you
happened
shattered
twice.
Thomas Sandelburns' heart, you monster.
Completely.
Yeah.
And two, he did it to himself. I told him. I
Oh,
was
sorry, I
married.
can't hear you. Stopping stream. Bye, everyone. Thanks for supporting the channel.